Happy Wednesday. I'm so happy to be here with you today. We have a big announcement today. Did you guys see my newsletter? You guys got to act fast because space is limited. But I announced my glitter retreat for October 2025. It's open registration right now, so grab your spot. Also, the link is listed down below in this video, right below this video screen. And then also in the newsletter, and I will post it on my blog tomorrow, all right? So please get in when you can. It's gonna fill up fast. I got a feeling. I'm so excited. All right, so let me go ahead and turn my comments on. See how my screen is doing over here. I'm gonna put you guys in picture really quick. One moment, please. And then I can turn my light on. There we go. All right, let me turn on my light. Oh, it's already on. I have it really pointing down, so now I can pull it over here. All right, that's better, right? You guys can see my screen better? All right, so how's everybody doing? Is everybody staying warm? We're supposed to get snow today. At least that's what my mom said. Oh, I forgot my ring. Let me put my ring on. There we go. Yeah, so my mom said, I think we're getting snow today. And I'm like, don't even. I said, I heard the same thing, but I'm just not saying it out loud, so it won't make it come true, right? Okay, so we have a really cute fun fold for you today. Actually, let me show you it. I'm not going to make the whole card with you. I do got one that I started making that I'll finish this weekend, and I'll post it on my social media, on my Facebook page. And then the one today that we're going to put together, I'm just going to show you the mechanism and everything because it's kind of involved. It's not hard. Trust me, we can do this. All right? So this is what I use with the Turtley Awesome. It sounds like turtley, like turd. That's what I think of when I say it. I was not really excited about this stamp set. It was very low on my ordering date, but it's growing on me. I feel like he's so cute now that I colored him and I got to play with him a little bit. Isn't he cute? So I put him singing with the microphone like, happy birthday to you. Doesn't it look like he's singing it? And then with the musical notes, that is all in the same stamp set except for the greeting. The greeting is in the Party Piggy stamp set, which I'll show you that too, but that's a brand new online exclusive set. But this is Turtley playing on the turtle, right? Turtley Awesome. But look at the card. It opens up like this. I have made a card like this in the past, but it's just slightly different. It opened up like this, and the arms came out. If you guys look up the name of this card is what I'm calling it, the Inside Pop Out card. You'll see two videos that I made. Well, this one today, and then one that I made a little bit ago, but it's totally different. I'm sure of the same mechanism because when I was making this, I was like, boy, this sounds familiar, looks familiar. So, but this is the inside of the card that we're going to really focus on today. So I'm going to show you how to do that, all right? And then I do have another completed sample using the mixed florals. I love it. I love opening it. It opens so cute. I like it. So we're going to make that card today. Also, let me show you guys this week's card sketch. Remember, every Monday I post a new card sketch on my website, which is right over here, dawnstampingthoughts.net. This is my website, and I post a new card sketch over there every Monday. And then in the newsletter, when you guys subscribe to my newsletter, you guys get the printable on Wednesday. Remember, I send out my newsletter about 2:15 every Wednesday. And then in that newsletter, you guys get a sneak peek of what we're making with the printable. And then also the card sketch from Monday. And you'll have all the measurements and the supplies that we use for that week's card sketch, all right? So this week we are on card sketch number 369. Next week is 370. Can you believe it? Who has been doing my card sketches with me all this time? I think that equals out to be, I don't have my phone, it's recording, but do some calculating for me. Take 369 and divide it by how many days of the year? Or how many weeks? It's 52 weeks, right? So divide that by 52, and how many years is that? Somebody tell me what that is. I think it's close to 7 years of doing the cards. Hi, Mario. Hi, Ethel. Hi, Yoli. Oh, I'm seeing everybody rolling in. That's so good, you guys. Hi, Rebecca. Okay, so how many years have we been doing the card sketch? We started from Uno number 10. It's amazing. Now, on my team, we are on 3. Hold on, let me look over here because I got it right over here. After I do them with them, hold on, I think we're a couple ahead. You want a sneak peek of next week's? It's so cute. 371 we're on with my team. So tomorrow when I go live with them will be 372. Do you guys want to see next week's? I'm going to give it, I don't rarely ever do a sneak peek of my card sketch for next week. But I love it so much, you guys. It's so cute. All right, you ready? This is next week's card sketch. So next week, when next week comes around, act surprised. Right? All right, ready? Isn't it cute? All right, that's next week. One day you'll get the card sketch, and then we'll do the card sketched printable in my newsletter. All right, so back to 369. Here is this week's card sketch and the printable. So very cute. This was actually inspired by my friend Lori from the Crafty Cruise that I went on. She had did this card. It was totally different, but I totally cased her card design. And this was the card sketch, 369, very cute. And then I just cut that, like Lori did. I just cut the side at the 1 1/4, and then I made it into a fun fold. Look it. Isn't that cute? Anything can be a card sketch, you guys, right? All right. So this was this week's card sketch, and of course I used the Ocean Friends, which is sadly retiring. I'm so sad. The designer paper, everything is retiring. Oh, it's so sad. But it's a very cute card sketch. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of fun with it. So check out that and then get the printable in my newsletter. That's the only way you guys can get the printables in my newsletter. So subscribe to my newsletter and then you guys will get that. All right? And then I put them in a binder. Actually, let me grab my binder. Forgot to bring that over. Try to keep up on that. So we put them in a binder so it makes it really nice and it's a really awesome reference when you want a quick card sketch. Look at them all. Now these are not the whole 369, but we did start doing the printables on my newsletters at 324. So we're getting up there, right? Pretty soon it's going to be 400. It just blows my mind. All right, so we put these in a binder and then it's in a reference book. And I get these binders at Sam's Club or Costco. And then I think I got the pages there too, or maybe at Staples, I don't know. But they're really nice and it keeps it really nice. You could also, if you really wanted to jazz it up, you could also put the sample when you make it. And then do you guys make the template too? Just curious if you guys do the template like I do with the cardstock. You guys can actually just put that right into your page. So you have the printable, then you have either the sample and the template. I have not been doing that, but I'm just showing you that you could do that. So it makes it even more of a value, right? Very cute card. I love it. All right. So everything is up to date. All right. Look. All right, let's chat about this. Oh my gosh, my heart's beating so fast. I'm so excited. I was taking so much time. I think I had three and a half hours. And what happened is because I have a group, I didn't realize I had so many VIPs. You know who you are out there. So my VIPs, you guys got a separate email that went out yesterday about 5:45. So all my VIP ladies, you guys know who you are. Look in your spam or your junk folder about 5:45. The title of the email should be like Glitter Retreat 2025 or 2025 Glitter Retreat. It went out at 5:45. So if you didn't see it come across your email box, look in your spam or your junk folder, all right? Because my VIPs, they're already guaranteed a spot. So they have to register still though. So, and then the remaining spots are left open, and that's what opened up today. And it's filling up already so quickly. So please, if you're interested, I know many of you have been asking me about coming. So please register, get your spot saved, and then we know that we're counting on your spot to be filled with you, all right? I wrote out a detailed, I guess a program kind of, not like an agenda, but I will do an agenda for everybody that attends the retreat so you can kind of plan your vacation a little bit when you're stamping with us. But for the most part, it just tells you a little bit of the history and how the glitter retreat started. It actually started with my team coming to my house, and we've done that for like, I think it was over 10 years. They would come, we could sleep comfortably, 6 of my team members here at the house. They would all sleep upstairs, and they were all women. So we all shared the one bathroom. Well, they shared the one bathroom, and then we paired them up 2 people per bedroom, right? So we've done that for like 10, 11 years. So then I finally decided that it was time to branch open, start opening it up to anybody and everybody that wanted to come. So whether or not you're a demonstrator, a customer, or a follower, if you just love stamping, you are more than welcome to come. So please grab a buddy, grab a friend, bring them with you, more the merrier, but I do have limited space, so it will probably fill up pretty quick. So I'm actually going to be talking to the hotel lady, the event coordinator, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, to see if we can kind of squeeze in a few more people. So just in case it fills up too fast, we just want to make sure we have everybody that wants to come, all right? So on the landing page, when you click that link, there should be a black box that says click here to register, and you also have to put in a password, and the password is right on that box. So type it just the way it is, and then you can register. Now, once you register, because this just went live this morning, so I will get my Facebook page going, and then I will also post the hotel information so you can reserve your hotel room, and then also the swapping, because we're going to be swapping. We're gonna host a card swap and a 3D swap. So you can sign up for both. You can sign up for one or the other, or you don't even have to sign up. So it's totally optional, but all that will take place on our Facebook page, all right? It's much easier to kind of control that. And then once we get a head count, then we'll go from there. But hotel and the swapping will be done on the Facebook page. You just got to get registered right now. The deadline is August 1st. There is a late registration that will be pushed off till August 10th, but there will be there will incur a late fee for that. So try not to go past August 1st, but the sooner the better if you sign in, register. And then I get a head count, then I can start purchasing everything from the swag bags, start making the projects and the pillow gifts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting really excited, but I don't want to jump the wagon, I guess what you say. I just want to make sure I'm doing everything that I have enough for everybody, okay? So, but the first thing you got to do is reserve your spot. And then the dates are October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And then everybody leaves on the 5th, which is a Sunday. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in October, all right? And it will be fun. You will be so happy you came. Meet new people. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Yeah. All right. And then there's also everything, all the details about what's provided, what you're going to get, all that over there on the landing page. So take time to read it. Don't just jump over there and register, even though I know you're excited. But still, get all the details so you are aware of what's going on, all right? Also in this week's newsletter is the inside pop-out fun fold card. So you have the printable. And I did use the Turtley Awesome as my sample because we're going to make another peach pie version, all right? And then also for the tutorials, remember we launched these last week. These are the creativity files, brand new 8 tutorials. They are available, as well as March tutorials are over there too. These are for sale for $10.95 over on my website. Just click on shop, not my online store, but this is the shop store that's on my blog. So this isn't with Stampin' Up. This is for my blog personally, all right? Same place where you get the past card kits and the tutorials that I sell, all right? Everything is right over there. So I also posted March, which I didn't realize I didn't do that last month. Sorry, guys. So April and March are over there. You get these tutorials for free when you place a $40 order this month for April, all right? So this should come to your email box. I think I'm all caught up on everybody's orders so far. I did them this morning, okay? And the tutorials have step-by-step pictures. They're really cute, unique cards. Some are fun fold, some, yeah, they're just really, really cute cards. So check that out. And then also I did get all the catalogs ordered. Let's give Dawn a round of applause. You guys know that I have been here for a while. You guys know that I missed the spring catalog, the spring mini catalog mailing selector. It was a total mistake, and I will never ever do that again. So I ordered these like a week earlier. Normally I try to wait till closer to the end of the month, but I didn't want to press my luck because more than likely I'd probably have an outage or the computer would go down and I'd be in a pickle, right? So I did get all my customers from 6 months ago that placed an order with me. You guys will be getting the annual catalog. If I did miss you or you do not get it by the end of April, please reach out to me here at this email, dawn@theglitterpit.com. We put it to a jingle so you guys can easily remember it. Email me and just let me know that you have not got the catalog, and then I will reach out to Stampin' Up because I paid Stampin' Up to mail the catalogs to you from me, all right? And then if all else fails, I'll just reissue you another catalog, all right? So, but this is the beautiful new catalog, and I put a little clip on here so I'm not even tempted to open it because we cannot open it right now. But it's so nice. It looks like a Stampin' Up catalog this year, right? Yay, Stampin' Up. Okay, so that will start also on May 6th. The current annual catalog and the spring mini end on May 5th. Okay, so the new catalog rolls out on May 6th. Also next, I believe it's next Tuesday, the new Stampin Rewards are going to be rolling out. I think it's on Tuesday, April 15th, which is tax day. Just know I'm going to try to do a really quick video and show you how you opt in for the Stampin' Rewards. I am sure it's going to be very, very easy. I just really, really hope, that it's nothing like, what is it that Stampin' Up does for us now? What is that thing, you guys, that's a demonstrator? You guys know what I'm talking about. When you, no contact. Yeah, no contact is like the worst thing ever when we had that, or when we have it. I still have customers show up as no contact. This, I'm assuming, is going to be a big, like, I don't want to say a neon sign, but it's going to be a big box that you have to actually check or click on, and then you're opting in for the Stampin' Rewards. I believe it's going to be that easy. Now, I'm going to be calling Stampin' Up. If anybody else on here can confirm with me, but I believe it's a one and done. It's not like every order you have to click in, I think. I'm going to call Stampin' Up and find out for sure, and I'll let you guys know, okay, 100%. But I'm assuming it's click once and you're locked in, okay? Does anybody on here know that as a, for sure? Because that would really be the pits if you have to click that every time you do it. Okay, Lisa says, does the $10 include a tutorial on every card in the month of April? What is that? What's that, Lisa? What's $10? No, the $10.95 is for the tutorials, the creativity files that me and a group of 8 or 7 of us, there's a total of 8 of us, we put these tutorials together. And these are free with the $40 order, a Stampin' Up order, and I will email these to you. But if you wanted to purchase them, if you're out of the country or if you have another demonstrator you're ordering with and you still want the tutorials, you can purchase these for $10.95 and it will automatically go into your account as a download. Is that what you're talking about, Lisa? I don't charge anything. I don't know what that $10 is. Lisa, is it? I'm just trying to understand what you're asking for $10. You can give me $10. I'm teasing. I don't have any charges for nothing. Everything on my channel, on my blog, except for the tutorials and stuff. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, follow up with me, Lisa, all right? Lisa Eastman. You can email me here. Email me here and we'll get into it, all right? Or if you're on here and I catch your comment. Oh, hi, Lori. Yes, a one and done, Lori said. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Seriously, why would it be every order, right? But I just wanted to make sure because you never know. But Lori said, yes, it's a one and done. I didn't have a problem. I didn't have a picture show up either. Never used to be a problem. Okay, what are you talking about, Dawn? No picture maybe depending on your server. I really know nothing about it. Okay, I don't know what everybody, maybe I need to scroll back. I usually don't have a problem with the printable. Oh, the printable? Yeah, I don't know. And I double checked everything today in my newsletter and it was opening. So I'm not sure. Lisa, how many tutorials? There's 8 tutorials in this month's free tutorials. There's 8. And the girls that were in a group, the Creativity File girls, we are always open for building onto our group. So who knows? We're going to be some rock stars doing tutorials for you guys. But we're at 8 girls right now, but we're opening to, willing to open up our program for other demonstrators to join us. If you are one, if you want to join us, we have to put it towards the group and then we can have a meeting and we can come to some kind of conclusion. But yeah, we want to grow this group here, the Creativity Files. Is that what your question was, Lisa? Okay, I hope I answered you. The Creativity Files contain 8 tutorials. Yes, 8 tutorials and 8 written step-by-step tutorials. Yes. And you get 8 new ones every month. And each month it's $10.95, or when you place a $40 order, you'll get them for free. And then my team also gets them for free. Teresa's on my Glitter Queens team, so she gets them for free. All right. No picture on my printables either. What is that about? On the card sketch printable? That's really weird because I do it the same way every week. Like this printable you're talking about for the class and the card sketch. Yeah, let me look into that. That's really weird because it opens up on my end. And I do it the exact same way every week. So maybe it's something with your computer. But no picture. Okay, so on my Outlook Express, you have to click at the very top and it says download photos. But you have to accept that. I don't know if that's something new on your email program. But sometimes when I get Stampin' Up stuff, it says that. Both printables. That's so weird. This is what it looks like. I promise. I don't know. Well, it will be posted on my blog tomorrow, all right? So anybody that clicks on the link to download it, make sure you let me know if it's not printing over there either. I'm so sorry. No, something hasn't, well, something has changed between me doing my newsletter and it coming to your email box, and I don't know what that could be. The image problem is on her end, not on yours. Okay, Kim, thank you. Thank you, Kim. I see you registered. Yay! Sorry, sidetrack. Mine opened and printed fine just now. Okay. Maybe it's just a matter of letting it download. Oh, Linda, I got your order too for your registration, Linda. I'm so sorry, you guys. Go back and check it again, all right? It should be working. Man, that's a bummer. We'll figure it out. All right? Okay. Pictures are showing. Okay, Michelle, thank you. It worked fine for me, Nancy said. It worked on my computer. I just got what you are showing right now. Okay. Ethel, I have both of mine. Okay. Mine printed away. Hey, Dawn, did you get my email? Dawn Anna, check your email. I emailed you back about the retreat. All right, so let's make this card. All right, I'm going to show you my sample, and then I got one that I haven't finished yet, and I'm going to finish it for this weekend, all right? So you're going to use your base of your card. Now, when I was making the samples, I was thinking, man, I really should make one that goes vertical, but all my cards go horizontal like this. So like this with the little turtley. The name of the stamp set cracks me up. All right, so your typical card, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Okay, these are all the pieces. We're gonna score them and everything together. Okay, so this is gonna be for the inside. These pieces of the designer paper I'm using, I have a lot of the Lily Pond Lane designer paper, and it goes really good with the peach pie. So I'm gonna use this up on my card today. I don't know what my finished card's going to look like, but I'll decide that later. All right, so this is cut at 4 by 5.25. That's going to be for the inside. Now this card, I would highly recommend you put another piece of basic white on the back side. Let me take my face off here. Because if you want to sign, like look here, there's really no place to sign good on the card. You know what I mean? So just put another piece of basic white on the back, just to make it simple, all right? So I'm just using a piece of designer paper to make it look so cutesy inside. So 4 by 5.25. And then this piece and this piece of basic white, these are both cut at 2.5. This one's cut at 2.5 by 4.5. We're gonna score that. 2.5 by 4.5. This piece is cut at 2.5 by 3. Man, I was going off memory, so you guys can tell I've been really working on these cards today, huh? I can't normally do that. Okay, so 2.5 by 4.5, 2.5 by 3. So let me show you on the card what these pieces are so you get a visual, all right? So this piece right here is gonna be this little like cover right here, okay? 2.5 by 4.5. This piece is going to be the pop-up piece in the back, 2.5 by 3. Then I got my designer paper. This is 2.25 by 2.75. That's just to decorate it. And then this piece is cut at, hold on, let me make sure this one's right. This one's cut at 2.25 by 3.75. Okay, 2.25 by 3.25. For the 2.5 by 4, and we're going to score this piece of basic white. And then you're going to need 2 basic white pieces. These are for your pop out or pop up. These 2 basic white pieces are cut at 2.25 by 2.375, and you'll definitely need to know what the side is for 2.375. So that's why I wrote them on the back, so I know, because they're going to go in your little cover piece right here to pop out. This right here. These 2, and you're going to need to know what side is 2.375. Okay, so 2.25 by 2.375, 2 of those, And then I have more of the Lily Pond Lane. These are cut at 2 1/8 by 2 1/4. And those are going to go onto the... So I'm doing this one slightly different. My samples, I stamped greetings and stuff on them. But this one I'm just going to add designer paper just to keep it simple. And then when you guys get, you know, used to making this card, then you guys can really step it up and add the stamping stuff. Okay, and then this is for the pop-up piece for this back center here. This piece right here. It's going to sit back here. This piece is cut at 1 by... Oh, you know what? I don't have it on my white. I'm using white. On the measurements, it's peach pie. This is cut at 1 by 3 1/4. We're going to score this piece too. Okay. I'm getting all the pieces that we're scoring. And then this piece is cut at 1 3/8 by 7 1/2. And we're going to score, cut, and burnish those edges there. All right. So let's get our paper trimmer. Preferably all your pieces like I did on this card here, the peach pie, and your mechanism under here, so you can see the peach pie is the mechanism too. That would be the optimal what you want to do. Like whatever colored card base you're using, use that for the mechanism and all that. You know what I mean? So it kind of blends seamlessly. I'm using white so it shows up on camera and you guys can see all the different interlocking pieces and how they go together. So that's why I'm using white on this sample. Okay, so let's score this piece. That's 1 3/8 by 7 1/2. We're going to score on the 1 3/8 side at 1/2 inch. Oh, I want to give a shout out for this card. Barry and Jay. I'm going to totally butcher their name of their YouTube channel, but they did this card. I had found this through another lady, and then that went down a rabbit hole. You know how that is. And then I ended up landing on Barry and Jay's website on their card. So they kind of brought the tail up for me. So a big shout out for them to get me on the right square narrow with this card, because I was struggling. Okay, so on the 1 3/8 side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Okay, then we're going to turn it on the 7 1/2 inch side. We're going to line this up at 2 1/2. Now we're going to score only down from the top down to that first score line, and then from the bottom up to that first score line. So we're not scoring in the middle, okay? So only scoring at the top and the bottom at 2 1/2. So 2 1/2, score at the top, and then lift up the arm and then go from the bottom to the top to that next score line right there. And it's more of just a guide for us to know where to cut. Can you see that? Yeah, right there, kind of. I didn't score the center, but it's all right. So 2 1/2, and then we're going to turn it and do the exact same thing on the other side. So 2 1/2, score up, skipping the center, and then score down to that score line. Okay? Okay, we're going to set that aside. Then this piece is your 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. We're going to score this again at 1/2 inch. I did modify this measurement. I felt like this measurement was better for my card. So scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And this is that center piece right here with my turtle right here. So 2 1/2 by 4 1/2, scored at 1/2 and 1. And then this is your pop-up piece for the back side. This is your 1 inch by 3 1/4. And we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. 1 inch. And 2 3/4. Okay, that's it. All right. You will need, well, I used a corner rounder. I feel like a corner rounder kind of helps the folding of the pop-ups, pop-outs, kind of go together a little bit better. So it's not optional. I mean, it's optional. You don't have to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and put all our pieces together. I'm going to use my liquid glue for a lot of it. And I'm going to put this on with the Stampin' Seal. Designer paper in here. Okay, so now we're going to put our pieces of our designer paper. This is going to be for my hideaway part, my big 2.5 by 4.25, or 2.5 by 4.5 piece. This is a nice piece because you could actually stamp on that and you wouldn't have to add any layers or anything if you wanted to. And then this is the back piece. This is 2.25 by 2 3/4. So we'll get all these pieces put together. Okay. And then we're going to burnish our fold ends on here. This is for the pop-up, for the back piece. And then we're going to do the mechanism. All right, let me move everything out of the way so we can zoom in on this mechanism so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay? All right, we're going to take, you're going to see, let me actually fold these score lines here. You're going to notice one, like this score line right here is skinnier than the center and this bottom one. Okay, can you see this? This one right here at the bottom is skinnier than these two. Can you see that? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to use these two lines right here. So I'm not even going to use this line over here at all. I'm just going to fold that out of the way. So we're going to use the two same spaces right here, right? And then where that 2.5 inch score line is, right here and right here, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to make a little tiny pencil line at 1/2 inch up. Let me do this score line here. This is a score line. And this is a score line, okay? So you see my score lines right there? Remember when we scored and we skipped over the center? So we're not gonna pay any attention to that small line right now. So get your 2 equal parts right here with the score line down the center, and then you're gonna take your ruler and you're gonna measure up 1/2 inch and make a dot on that score line. And then come over here and measure up 1/2 inch and make another tiny dot on the score line. Okay, so 1/2 inch from that 2.5 score line, make a pencil mark. Same thing over here. At that 2.5 inch score, or 2.5 inch score line, go up 1/2 inch and make a pencil mark. Okay? With me so far, right? Okay, so now we're going to take our ruler and we're going to draw a line with the pencil. Now, once you start doing this, you won't need to do the pencil. You can just score it. But for the sake of the video, I'm just showing you what I did, all right? So take your pencil and your ruler and you're going to draw a line from that tiny mark down to that 2.5 inch score line. And then you're going to take your pencil mark and your ruler and make a pencil mark down to that other 2.5. Okay, let me do that really quick and I'll show you. Okay, so line up your pencil mark with the corner. And then the pencil mark with that point over here. Okay, and let me do the other side the exact same way. Pencil mark down to that, down to that score line. Right there. And then pencil mark down to this score line right here. Okay, so now this is what that looks like. Now you can see why we ignored this skinny line here. It's going to be useful, but we're not going to use it right now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my stylus with my take your pick tool end, and I'm going to redo those pencil marks, but I'm going to score it now with my ruler and my stylus. So this is where I was saying you don't have to do the pencil lines every time, but it really does help when you're looking at where you're scoring. After you do your pencil lines, you just follow the pencil line. It works perfect. Okay? And do the other side. This is the tedious part of this whole card, promise. But it's the most important part too, because it's going to make your pop-outs really cute. Okay? And of course you can erase your pencil lines, but I'm not going to. All right, now you're going to fold. I'm going to take my nail and I'm just going to fold that score line that I just made over those pencil marks to get that fold going in that point. So you can see over here where it's folded. See it? Do the other side. And I'm just taking my fingernail and kind of forcing it to fold. If you burnish it with your take your pick stylus thing, it should break down the fibers enough where it's going to fold good. All right, and then we're going to fold in. See how this is going to fold in like this now? We're going to fold those points together right here. And then we're going to push this one in like that. Okay, and I'm just pressing that, finger pressing it into place. So it should look like this. Okay. This is actually going to be the front with this fold right here. Oh, wait. What happened here? Oh, I got to cut those panels off. Duh. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Now we got to remove those panels. Sorry. I was like, that don't look right. Okay, but that is how you're going to fold it. All right? So it's going to look like this. But now we're going to remove these 4 corners. So we're going to cut on that score line up to that 2.5-inch score line that we did with skipping the center. And then this one on the other side, leaving the center. Okay? Leave the center like that. Then do the same on this side. That's really one good thing with YouTube. You can re-watch this video because once you get it, that's where trust me, I was struggling too because I was like, I was watching a couple people and I'm like, what is going on? There's got to be an easier way. So hopefully I'm making it simple for you guys. You want to cut on that 2.5-inch score line. I'm going to remove that panel there. Okay? There. Now, this is what you should be left with. It looks like this. Remember, we did our pencil marks here. Now it should fold perfectly. There we go. Okay? And then take your bone folder and burnish all your fold lines so everything moves really smoothly. Okay? Now, this is going to be the front. Remember how I said this is going to fold up? Now it's going to fold up perfectly. This is going to be the front part of your mechanism, and then this is going to be the back side. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab our card. We're going to put this into the card. Let me zoom back out. Oh, go back in, go back out. Okay. All right, so we're going to take the back side of this. It looks like an upside down U or an N, right? Okay, this is the back side. This with the folded edge here is going to be the front. So when I'm going to be putting this into the card, this side is going to go face down. This should be facing up. So I'm going to use liquid glue. We're going to put it on the back side. Like that. We're going to flip this over. Gonna open up the card and you're just gonna eyeball it right in the center up to that score line. Where that glue is, remember? Take it and put it into the card up to that score line, centering it right there. Okay, now this is the front. Remember, we have our flap here. We're not going to put any glue on that right now, only at the top. So no glue on this flap, only on the top. Right here. Nothing on this flap here, not yet. Only there, and then we're going to close the card. We're just going to seal that up for a couple seconds. Yes, Michelle and whoever said that, Kathy, I am very visual too. That's why videos are so awesome. Even though I feel like I've been blessed to be able to read like a printable or a PDF, but it's so much better on a video, right? Oh, my camera just went out of my other YouTube here, my other iPad. Sorry, let me get out of here. Hold on. One moment, please. I gotta click back in. It's just setting up anyway, so we're just waiting for that to set up. Open the app. Okay. All right, so then when you open it, you can see here, so opening it, you can see how it's gonna open those arms, the pop-ups. But nobody's gonna see that. That's why I said I'm just leaving the pencil marks in there. Nobody's gonna see that part. But if you wanted to make it the same color of the cardstock, it makes it more blended. You know what I mean? Okay, and then this piece right here, remember I said do not glue that flap? We're gonna glue that in a minute, okay? Now we're gonna add our pop-up pieces. There it is. All right, remember I said we wanna make sure what the 2 3/8 sides. So these two squares are cut at 2 1/4 by 2 3/8. Now I'm gonna round my corners, but you're gonna take your 2 3/8 side, whatever side it is, and your 2 3/8 side is gonna fit right on this arm perfectly. It's the same length of it. That's why if you do 2 1/4, it's gonna be too short. So you'll know that you're not on the right side. Okay, so 2 3/8 is gonna go on this arm, and they're gonna go facing in. And of course, it's not gonna show up very good on my card because I have it already sealed up, but it's gonna go in like this. 2 3/8 side over here. It's gonna sit on this arm. And then your other white piece, 2 3/8, which is right here, this side, that's gonna sit on this side over here. See how that fits on there perfectly? That length right here, and then right here. Okay, so now I'm going to round the opposite side of the 2 3/8. I'm gonna round it with my corner rounder. This is retired. It's the only corner rounder I have besides my so I rounded my 2 3/8 side, and then this is my 2 3/8 side that I'm going to put onto my arm. Okay, everybody with me with that? Now I'm going to find my 2 3/8 side here. I did mark them out. So this is, oh sorry, not my 2 3/8. It's the 2 1/4 inch side. So this is my 2 1/4 inch side. I'm going to corner round that to match my other layer. Right? So this is the way this layer is going to go on here. It's just a little bit of a border like that. Okay, so we're going to put that together before I move on. Now when you're stamping or using like a greeting or like an animal, because I did one with the Meant to Be stamp set. Well, actually the Cutest Can Be designer paper. And you'll see that, or my other sample too, I did flowers. And you just want to pay attention to where you're stamping. I recommend you put the panel on the arm, and then you just do a test run to see what part is actually showing on the panel. But with designer paper that there's no direction, it won't matter. So we're just going to take our 2 3/8 side. Again, we're going to put a strip of glue down here. And then this is the corner rounded side is going to face into our pop-up piece, our mechanism. And it should go right to the edge of the arm. I'm just going to hold that there for a second, okay? I got to open up the app. So you'll see on my, well, I'll show you my turtley one. And then I also made one with the mixed florals. And then I'll show you my sample that I started with the Cute as Can Be designer paper with the bee paper. It still works, but it's never going to face like perfectly vertical. You know what I mean? It's just because the way the card is moving, it doesn't quite open up like you would think like a regular pop-up. So you just have to stamp it kind of crooked a little for it to be proportioned. You know, look like here. You know what I mean? So even though it's not straight on my little pop-ups, but it is straight with the card when it opens and closes, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're stamping on your layer. All right, let's do the other square the exact same way that we just did this one. So 2 3/8 side right here. So on the opposite side, I'm gonna corner around that, both of the corners. Okay, and then again on my 2 1/4 by 2 1/8. So my 2 1/4 inch side is right here. So I'm going to corner around this side, both of my corners, right? Yeah. This will all make sense when you're actually making the card. I know it looks very confusing, but once you make it, you'll see what I'm saying. And if you have to, you can pause the video and just do it step by step right along with me, all right? I'm just going to layer this piece into the basic white. This is a kind of card that will not be at my retreat. I'm just saying. This is more that one that I would demonstrate at the retreat. But this would be very complicated to do in a printable or a PDF. So also at my retreat, we will have presenters using brand new holiday catalog items. And they will be presenting it on stage. So you guys can watch that in action. All right, so this is the other side, 2 3/8. Just a strip of the liquid glue, because it's going to stick to this arm. I'm just going to take it right to the edge and butt it up to that little square, pop up. Liquid glue, you have to hold it a couple of seconds for it to set up. You don't want it to go over that arm. Just go right up to the edge, okay? Norelda says, I'll watch your replay. I've been making cards, but also making a quilt. Wow, Norelda, you've been busy. You know what? I took home ec when I was in high school, and I really liked it. I remember making my grandma a pillow, but I'm not really a sewer. But listen to this. Guess who is? Not only my mom, but Richard, my husband. He sews. Maybe not a quilt. But he did make his own sleeping bag for the Hokahay Motorcycle Challenge because he wanted a sleeping bag that was actually long enough for him because he's 6'5". There was no sleeping bags long enough for him that were waterproof. So he just decided that he was going to make his own. And he did. I'm telling you, I don't think there's anything that my husband cannot do. I'm not kidding. All right, so there's my pop-up pieces right there, right? So you can see how this comes together here in the center. They should overlap. I feel like once you put your bridge over there, it's gonna keep it down and it will close a little bit easier, all right? So make sure everything's solid up, right? And then we're gonna take our little bridge piece or the cover. Remember, this is your 2.5 by 4.5. I adjusted the measurement, modified it, just to make sure that these little pop-ups go in that, underneath this bridge part, okay? So now, the 2 score lines are gonna be at the bottom of our card, so it's gonna sit like this. So we're gonna attach this flat piece right here to that flap piece with the mechanism right here. Remember this piece right here with their flap? Remember that little piece? This is what that's going to stick to. So we're just going to put that right over top of that little ledge with our liquid glue, and then we're just going to close the card. I'm going to close the card. Attempt to close the card. Right? Why isn't it closing? There we go. Slide that on the liquid glue. Closing the card makes it better, so it seals it up and it's in place. Just hold that for a couple minutes, all right? It's called Disappearing Hourglass. So I'm going to try and make a card to match it. Ooh! That sounds very fascinating. Disappearing Hourglass. Really? Very fancy title for that quilt. All right. Richard sounds like he is very talented. You are a lucky lady. Yes, I am, Kathy. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, so I would say hold that down a little bit more so now you can see how it's coming together, right? Now we're going to take our liquid glue, and where this is scored at a 1/2 inch and 1 inch, we're only going to put it liquid glue on the 1/2 inch part. And then we're going to fold this over on the 1 inch, right? So we're going to fold it all over like this. But we want to kind of catch it under like this with the pop-ups so they get snugged up underneath there, right? See that? So just kind of maneuver it so it's underneath the card. And then again, we're going to close it. And again, you're going to hold it down. Liquid glue will be your friend, right? Can we purchase the Stampin' Up clear ruler? Oh, Kathy, I'm so sorry. This was one of those Stampin' Up, where did we get these at? This was like forever ago. I have a couple of them, but I have one in my office, and then Richard has one in his man cave area. And then I have one over here for my videos. But these were, I want to say it was a Memento Mall thing. Was it? Who remembers these rulers? Sorry, they don't make them anymore. All right, so here's the card. It's still not, oh wait, I should hold it down. Hold on. Still not set up. Let me take a drink of my water. Thank you. Cats, is it? Crafting by Cats. Thank you. She says, I always have such unique fun folds. Fun folds are my first love, you guys. I love all moving cards, pop-up, sliding, all of that. I love it. And trust me when I say, and I know you guys hear this a lot from a lot of people, but if I can do it, you can do it. And I really hope my directions really break it down so it's very understandable and you guys can do it. And when you do make the card and you're so giddy like I am, when I make the card for the first time, I'm so excited. My belly jiggles. So I'm just like, okay, so there we go. There's the card. Isn't it? Okay, so it might take a couple closings to make sure you're overlapping that underneath there. But that's why I went bigger with this piece here. So it would close better. And it just takes a little bit, of course, because I'm live, right? Once you open and close it a few times, it should, and if it doesn't, just kind of jiggle it. It's just getting caught in the overlapping of those two squares. You know what I mean? It's not going to hinder the card. You just got to kind of wiggle it. That's it. But I definitely wanted more clearance here. And it was only a 1/2 inch more for the clearance for the bridge part. So I felt like that was a little bit better. Okay. Now let's make our little pop-up piece here. And again, this is another piece that you would probably do in peach pie or whatever colored cardstock you're using. So remember, this is your 1 inch. Oh no, this is bigger. I got to cut this down. Hold on. This should be 1 inch Doesn't need to be that big. Okay, so 1 inch, and you're gonna score it 1 by 3 1/4. Okay, and you're gonna score this at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 2 3/4. So on the 2 3/4 inch side with the 1 score line, we're gonna put liquid glue on that end. We're gonna take our pop-up piece here. We're gonna open that up so the glue is facing down. Okay, we're going to put the glue down in the center of this panel right here. Just put it right in the center. And guess what? That looks pretty center. And then we're going to close the card. Again, we're going to close it so it seals it up flat. Teresa says, I wonder if the extra layer interferes with the sliding under the wing. No, you know what? That's what I thought, but that's why I made that bridge part right here a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, I should say. It's just, I'm like this one I made a couple days ago, and it does really good. There's no catching up on it. So it's good. It's just getting it to know where it's overlapping. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying. The wing pieces, yeah, the wing pieces are catching. That's why it helps when you corner round it. Okay, so this should be enough, right? Now we're going to fold this forward, and we're going to put glue on that 1/2 inch, not the 1 inch, just the 1/2 inch score line. Fold it down and then close it again. And of course I'm live, so of course it's going to make it, it's like a child, right? You tell them not to do something, and then when you're doing it like in front of people, and then they act that way. This is how this is. Silly card. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. She said, love my weekly videos. I don't comment much. But I do love your shares, your talent, and your sweet, fun personality. Aw, thank you, Jerry Lynn. That's so nice to say. All right, so then, of course, with using liquid glue, you want to make sure, see, you know what it is it just needs to wiggle, and then it shuts. And of course, it doesn't help if you open it all the way up, because then it's got to like re-guide it in, but just shimmying it will be fine. And if you do it enough, it will direct itself, just like my other card. Okay, so now with our pop-up in the back, this is where we're going to take our 2.5 inch by 3, 2.5 by 3, and we're going to put our liquid glue on this pop-up piece right here in the center. And then this should be the same width as your bridge piece here. So all we're going to do is we're just going to set this in the middle of our little bridge here. And again, we're going to close our card. Close our card. And then seal that down on that. And then that's your card. I don't get to watch you live very often. It's lunchtime in Las Vegas. Woo, Sandy. But my husband is not feeling well, so we will eat when he feels like it. Oh, that's awesome. So sorry to hear about your husband not feeling good. It's always so complicated, but you make it so easy. Anyone should be able to do it. Thank you, Cats or Sandy. I'm just holding this shut so it picks up that back piece. See the back piece is on there now? Doesn't it look very complicated? But it's not. Except for that little hiccup there. And I did corner around it. I don't know. I'm just feeling like once I open and close it a lot, it should be good, right? Of course, it's not doing it now. Let me show you my other turtle card. Happy birthday to you. These are all in that stamp set. Actually, let me show you the stamp set. And then I'll show you the other ones that I made. Okay, so this is the Turtly Awesome. This also comes in a bundle. This will be in the new annual catalog on May 6th. It's got all these cute greetings. And then you can decorate your turtle, which also when you die cut the turtle, did you see like my arm, it popped out. So it cuts the arm of the turtle too. So it kind of gives the illusion like he's holding the microphone in his hand or his arm. And then the inside one did too a little bit, but I glued it down already, so I didn't realize that one was cut too. But you get 3 different turtles, and you get a little decorations for party hat, balloon, musical notes, and then the greetings. Hope your birthday is turtly awesome. Here for you always. It's okay to take it slow. Sweet friend and hooray. That's what I used for mine. So hooray and sweet friend, and then hope your birthday is totally awesome. Okay. And then this is the brand new one, Party Piggy. You guys, this is so cute. They have also the shaker domes to put in the center of the belly. So cute. But look, this is the perfect happy birthday to you, because I thought that was like him singing it, right? Because I put the musical notes. Happy birthday to you. That was from the Perfect Piggy. And this also has the die. Let me show you. The dies are little. So those are the dies. And you can get the little shaker domes that go with it too. This is an online exclusive that's coming out in May too, all right? So that's what I used for my turtley card. So cute, new stuff. Then this is my mixed floral card here. Let me show you that stamp set. I used 3 for that. So I used the mixed florals. You guys know I used this last week, and we all love the tulips and the daisies or the cone flowers. It's so cute. This also comes in a bundle. This is an online exclusive. It's not retiring. It's got 2 cute little ladybugs. And then this is the one I use for the greetings on the inside of my card is the You Are Remarkable. I use the friends are like flowers in the garden of life. And then you are remarkable in every single way. This is a really nice set. This is an online exclusive available now. And then for the front of my card here, thanks for being the best. I split that up. You guys know I like to do that stamp surgery. So this is from the Pattern of Friendship. This is that stamp set. And that one's really super easy to cut apart. Actually, all these are. But look at all the different fonts there are. I love it. And I believe this is an online exclusive too. And this comes with the bundle, I think, too. And then I used the Everyday Arches dies for the front of my card. So I used this with the Lemon Lolly, and then this one I just cut out the flowers. And this is also in a bundle too, the Everyday Arches. So let's open this one up. So here's the front. And I used the Wildflower designer paper with the pretty in pink. And then this one has the flowers. See how they're kind of crooked? I mean, they can't be totally straight unless I stamped it like at an angle, which I didn't do them. I was actually, when I was thinking of doing this card, I was thinking I was going to turn it this way. But yeah, I didn't quite go that way. So it is what it is. It's very cute. It's all about the flowers with the greetings and stuff, but very, very cute. So that's the one with the mixed florals. And then this is the one I started to make, but I didn't finish it. So I'll finish this one and hopefully finish the other one. And I'll post them on my Facebook so you guys can see them either Friday or Monday or something. This is the one with the Cute as Can Be, I believe, designer paper. Now this is the one I use just the designer paper as well with the bees. See, it closes. It's just, it gets hung up a little bit. And you just have to like make it, force it. But I just finished this one right before I went live. So I will finish this later. So these 2 will be on my blog tomorrow. And you can see the pictures of those. And then these 2 I will finish. And I'll post one of them on Friday. Probably the bee one. Just got to add decorations and stuff, greetings to it. Put something cute on the front. This is with the petunia pop. And then this is the one we just made today. Very cute. Hi, Rebecca. The one with the mixed florals is the lovely card. Thank you, Rebecca. I put lots of Winka Stella on it. Can you see it? Winka Stella makes everything so much better. I would say glitter, but we don't have glitter anymore. But I even put it on the tulips and my little black-eyed Susan or whatever those flowers are. Love it. Such a pretty card. It's almost like a Mother's Day card, huh? Hint, hint. Mother's Day's coming. My mom, she turned 100. Cindy, that's amazing. Had a severe left side brain stroke. She lived a few days after her stroke. Aw, Cindy, I'm so sorry. I will miss sending cards to her. Oh, I know you will, Cindy. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Kathy. That would be a great Mother's Day card. Great minds think alike, Michelle. I was going to also make one with the trusty tools because you guys know I love that set too. That's going to carry over, which I'm so excited about. But I thought, well, maybe it's too early for Father's Day. Even though I love making masculine cards just because I think of my husband when I make them, especially when I had my $1 million stamp set. Now the $1 million stamp set is gone. That's been gone for a few years now. And now Legendary Ride is retiring. So sad. My masculine sets are going and my Bistro Burger. I love that set. It's depressing. I will say, if you guys like flowers, that's what's in this annual catalog. I don't know what's coming for the holiday mini, but I'm excited about that too. And I'm not rushing it, but yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Just a few recap. Oh, wait, I got some Happy Mail. You guys want to see my Happy Mail? I haven't done Happy Mail in like forever. So these will be posted on my blog tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock, along with the printable. So if you guys click the printable and it's still doing that funny thing that it's happening to some of you guys, let me know. And then I'll just double check it. There we go. So but these will be on the blog as well as the video replay and the printable. Okay? All right, let me show you guys some Happy Meal. I got some over here. Let me get it. Woo! I love Happy Meal. All right, this card is gorgeous. That looks like a card sketch, doesn't it? This is from Erin. One of my customers, she's thanking me for she received all her tokens. She cashed in all her tokens and got all her stuff. Isn't that card beautiful? I love it, Erin. Thank you, and I love the purple. This card is pretty too. Look at all that shimmer on there. Can you see all the Winka Stella? You guys know me all so well. This is from Susan. She was on the Crafty Day cruise with me and she sent me this card. She said she wanted to let me know that Richard and me together are too cute. Thank you, Susan. And then this card is from Sandy. So this was her card that we did the swap on the Crafty Cruise and she forgot some of her swaps. So she had mailed us the swap. So this was her swap. And she sent me a little note there. So thank you, Sandy. I love your swap. It's beautiful. And then this card this is from Kay. Very pretty. I think this was a card kit, wasn't it? Look at that embossed. It's so pretty. Thank you, Kay. This is a wobbly little crab. I love that stamp set. This is from Brenda. Thank you for my FSM set. She also cashed in some tokens. You guys, I cashed in, brace yourself. I cashed in close to $10,000 worth of FSM tokens last month. Needless to say, that was a lot of money. But it was so worth it. You guys all got to take advantage of your tokens before they went away, right? So this was from Brenda. And then this cute little thank you card. Look at her. This is from Terry. Thank you. She was also thanking me for the bundle that she got, and she used it. Thank you, Terry. Look at this one. I did a video on these moving legs with this gnome. Isn't it cute? It's so funny. I love it. And this is from, who's this from? Moran. It's a card, but it's a calendar too. Isn't it cute with the gnomes? So cute. Thank you. And then this is from Barbara. I got this yesterday in the mail. She is thanking me for the friendship bundle that she received for her FSM tokens. You're so welcome, Barbara. Thank you for the beautiful card. It says, "You are simply amazing." Thank you. And then I got a Happy Meal gift from Marsha. Let's all say hi to Marsha. Marsha's the one that's checking my tutorial for us to make sure everything's right. I give her the tutorial and she checks it for me early. And she heard that I was running out of my timeless plaid, so she sent me her timeless plaid that she had some left. Love this designer paper. It doesn't say it's retiring. I really hope it isn't, but it's in the mini catalog, so I'm kind of afraid. I hope it doesn't retire because I love this timeless plaid designer paper. It's so great, especially for that Adventure Together and masculine cards. But look at her packaging she did. Isn't it pretty, the gold? I almost didn't want to open it, Marsha. It's so pretty. Those are my Happy Meals. Thank you, everybody. You guys make me happy on my Happy Meal days. Thank you, Rebecca. Everybody's doing a shout out to you, Marsha. She's the one that checks my tutorial. And it's funny because when it's a fun fold like today, I send it to her and I said, this is a really, I don't want to say it's complicated, but you guys don't realize when I'm writing this out, I don't know how to put on a paper what I'm saying. If you guys could see the way I take notes, it's just like scribble, right? I just write down like 4 1/4 by 11 and I make a line, I say score here, and then I make another line and I say cut here, then I say fold here. But for you guys to interpret that on the printable, you guys would be pulling out your hair. So I try to make it as easy as possible, at least for the measurements. And then this printable goes with the live video. So that's why I repost the printable on my blog post, which will be live tomorrow. So anytime you pull up that printable on that blog post has the pictures and the video. So you should be watching the video and doing the printable to get all your pieces. And then when you see the video, these little things that I say in the printable will make sense. Like, for instance, the 1 by 3 1/4 back panel pop-up, you're going to score that at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 2 3/4. So you'll know that when I say the back panel pop-up is this right here, right? It's just my little lingo, but hopefully it comes across in the video. So when you guys are watching the video, you guys will notice that, oh, that's what that is. So, but see, I only have so much real estate here to write all the measurements and kind of give you little tips and tricks. I mean, I could definitely do it, but it would be a multi-page, and I'm not doing that. I feel like the video is the best. This is more of like a reference to the video. So it's like it goes hand in hand, like peas and carrots. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just feel like that is like, so instead of you having to write down the measurements and stuff, you can just print the printable, get all the pieces cut, and then you can make it along with me in the video. Does that make sense? Okay. I have no idea what we're making next week, but I do have a gift on my desk that I got it on stage, and I actually showed you guys it, but when I actually opened it, it was like a gift card holder, and then my friend Cindy put a gift card in it from Hawaii. It was a Starbucks gift card from Hawaii, and it's like I never had a Starbucks gift card from Hawaii. So I'm like, Cindy, is this a sign I should be making this project with my customers or my viewers? So I think I'm going to make that next week. It's a very simple little gift card / little, like a little note holder. But it's so cute. And it made it even cuter when she gave me a Hawaii Starbucks gift card in it for $5. She didn't have to do that, but the gift card is cute. You guys know I have a fascination with gift cards too. I don't think I have one from Hawaii. I have one for pretty much every state, but Hawaii. So I'm thinking maybe that, but I'm not 100%. But yeah, one day we'll make that. I'm just thinking maybe next week until I find something else. YouTube needs a 2 thumbs up button. Thank you, Lisa. Hi, Diana. Sometimes you can't follow your own. I know. Or you lose it, right? I know. That's how I am. Like when I make a list to do stuff, I'm like, where did I put the list? Then I have to do a backup. I take a picture of it with my phone. So funny. Also, just a quick reminder, the glitter retreat for October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th went live today, so space is very limited. Please register as soon as possible so you get your spot. All right, and then like I said, I'm meeting with my event coordinator over at the hotel to see how many more people I can maybe fit in if it fills up. But I would love to have you all join us. It's going to be so fun. We're doing things a little bit different this year. Better, I think, in my opinion, better. So for those of you that attended past retreats, I want to know some feedback if it was better or whatever after the event. All right? All right. I'm on the same way. I sometimes have to come back to the video and rewatch it to know what I wrote down. I know, Kathy. I think we're all like that. We really are. Okay. Lisa, why are you posting your address? Your address is on the screen. You want that public on YouTube? Yee. If you want me to send you the catalog, if you don't have a demonstrator or you're not a demonstrator, if you want the catalog, the new annual catalog, I can send it to you, but email me here, dawn@theglitterpit.com. Email me here, Lisa. Give me your address there. Michelle, that's so sweet at Marcia in Kansas. Yes. Oh my gosh, Marcia did our card sketches. She said it's 7. Okay, so card sketch number 369. We have been doing that for 7 years in 5 weeks. Can you believe it? 7 years we've been doing the card sketches, you guys. Who's been doing them from the very beginning with me? I know my team has. Oh my gosh. 7 years and 5 weeks. That's a lot. Chris said, oh, you got one coming, Chris. No worries. For Happy Mail. Oh, you want Happy Meal? Ethel, I have to walk. Okay, so yeah, I seen that. Start from the beginning. Yeah, if you come in late, you want to start it over. All right. Okay, guys. So I will see you guys here. Same glitter time, same glitter station right here in the glitter pit at 3 o'clock Eastern, right here on YouTube. We'll be here in the glitter pit, all right? We'll be making something else that's really cutesy. Oh, you love the sketches, Diana. Awesome. I've been with you, Norelda said. Yay! Hey, listen, my teeth. Don't they look good, you guys? Can you see them? Can you see how good they look? I go in 2 weeks, and that's my halfway point. They're going to pop off all my buttons, and they're going to do a revision, and then I'll get my next, say, 6 months of trays or however long they think I'm going to go. But look, they look so good. I'm wearing them 22 hours a day, if not more. With Richard and I doing carnivore and fasting too, we're doing pretty good. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys giving up some time to hang out with me today. Hopefully you learned something new. All right. Love you guys. Bye.